Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. I'm Supermino and today we're heading to Switzerland. We're going to Switzerland because we need to see a house. We'll see it, we'll visit the inside. I don't have a work contract yet, but I can get one made right now. But first I want to see this house here. It's pretty decent. Anyway, it has been renovated. Yeah, it's a whole, guys, it will be about 20-25 square meters. And it's also quite pricey for what I need. I, however, should also have a space where I can park the car, and that would make a lot of things easier for me. Inside, it should also have a dryer and a washing machine, and the expenses are theoretically included. Let's hope for the best, because just seeing it doesn't mean we'll end up renting it. It's all a bit of a mess anyway. Then I'll explain it to you as we go along, what you need and what you don't need. And all these things to be able to rent in Switzerland with a work contract, it's not as easy as it seems. Sometimes it really takes a lot of time. I hope not, because in about a month I should start working. And without a house, it's absolutely a mess. 3.5 hours there, 3.5 hours back, and I really don't feel like going alone. So I'm going to pick up a friend who, they're going home, and at least she gets to see a bit of the mountains, a bit of the journey, and keeps me company. So guys, we arrived after 3.5, almost 4 hours of driving, because I messed up too. We're on the road, we're late, obviously by 5 minutes, maybe even 10. I don't know if they'll take this well or not, but anyway, let's go check out the house. And then I'll tell you about it later. I'm seeing if I can film something in advance, hoping they'll let me. This is the outside part, and there's also this little garden that should be included in the rent. But they've already told me that I can't use it to park the car, even though there's a gate. That also allows for the spaces. Inside, it's set up like this. Well, clearly it's very, very small, and there's also this little bathroom. Of course, it lacks a bidet. This is the house with the kitchen. Well, obviously the bed will go here, which is obviously not there. This is the storage room with the washing machine and dryer included in the price. And this is the little hallway. Going here to the right is the room I showed you earlier. And this is actually the entrance of the house itself. Guys, this is a garage that also has a bar next to it. Look at how beautiful that motorcycle is. It's a historic racing Ducati. Anyway, we're here having a drink in this really cool place. Next to it, there's a garage. This is the garage door, and it's a completely black place. I mean, look at how cool this is. Over there, there's a completely black boat right by the bar, and they have drinks. They bring you soft drinks, coffee, and so on. And this is the bar itself. There's a moose, a wall-mounted moose. Let me show you for a moment. The drinks. An espresso, 4,50. A cappuccino, 5,50. Double, 5.50. Espresso macchiato, 5 euros. Americano, 5.50. A Coca-Cola, 0.6 euros. Rosa lemonade, 7 euros. Drink, the wine starts at 140 euros. Climb up, I imagine the bottle. Smoothies are 13 euros anyway, 12, 13, 10. Até 6 euros. And then there's the whole other side where they also have food, where a toast costs 24 euros, a small salad 25. An espresso costs 4 euros and 50. You don't want the espresso anymore. Get yourself a cappuccino, at least if you have to pay 5 euros for a euro. Then there are also the bowls, which honestly a super bowl costs 16 euros. I mean a poke costs 12 to 13 euros. Sandwiches are 25 euros. You're not hungry anymore, but you can also buy protein bowls. How much do you make? So you, waitress. Are you sure you want to say it in a YouTube video? Say it's not true that you dissociate yourself. She's a prostitute, so she earns well. You pay. That's not true, I'll have to pay. Yeah guys, that boat back there is completely black, in a totally black spot with a jellyfish on top. Super cool. Anyway, I'll tell you a little about the house. So the house is the one I showed you in the previous videos. I probably also put an audio description. Stop bothering me, never take your friends out. They're bad people. And that house should be around 1,100 francs, I think, everything included. Right now, I don't have the contract yet. I still need to get it done. So, without a signed contract. Of course, they won't give it to you, but that's not a problem. They are very open to people like me who have to come here to work. And besides that, I have to get the criminal record certificate, so I will have to request it from the court. Go get it, and it's the document. This will be useful for you regardless, and even if they don't ask for it, having it is a plus for you. And it's a document that shows that in Italy you don't have any criminal conviction. So you don't have any kind of legal issues, you've always paid for everything and so on. So it's a plus. It's a bit expensive. 1,100, yeah, well, you'll say 1,100. It's not too much for the area, anyway, it's close to Zurich, and so on. Remember, we're not in Zurich, but we're about half an hour away from Zurich. The house, first of all, is not furnished. Aside from the kitchen and the bathroom, there are 2 washing machines, a washer and a dryer. And that's a lot of stuff. Of course, here, It's about that small, and I remind you that it's like 25 or 30 square meters, no more, maybe 26 square meters. 1100 is a bit much because with 1500 you can get a house that's about 35-40 square meters. But this also has a small space in front that honestly I don't know what to do with since I can't park my car there. However, I can have a parking spot in the courtyard next door for 75 francs a month. Come on, it's not that bad because around Zurich they cost 150, even 200 francs a month. Tell me what you think. If a house like the one you saw there, especially if you already live in Switzerland, for 26 square meters, which includes a bathroom, kitchen, etc., unfurnished, 1100. Does that seem like a lot to you or a little? A room with a bathroom is also perfectly fine, maybe at an even lower price, so that you have more budget to save aside. And that's about it. All right, now let's have our cappuccino.
Unfortunately, there's absolutely nothing we can do about it. When it comes to the overwhelming forces of Mother Nature, we are completely and utterly powerless. Just take a look. Look around you. Everything is dirty, messy, and in complete disarray, and there's simply no escaping it. No, I absolutely refuse to take even a single euro from anyone, so please make sure to subscribe and turn on the notification bell to stay updated on all our latest content. Your support means the world to us, and it helps us continue bringing you the content you love. You know they can't hear you because I have the microphone, right?
Yeah. Maybe tell me that first.
Oh no, please. Why are you laughing? You have to put me too much.
I put it on, now they can hear me.
Of the 3 nonsense things you wanted to say while I drink my 550 euro cappuccino. Thanks.
But nothing like that. I want it to be part of your videos too.
It's good. It's true, it's good.
No.
But can I post a video where you put all the chess pieces?
Well, damn. You're not putting it all in.
Yeah, I'll put it all in.
Well, but you can grab it.
And I keep, somehow messing around, like, again.
But aren't the girls the ones looking at you? They know what it means. Anyway, I have to go get my nails done.
For the girls watching the videos, who maybe don't give a damn about what Mimi says about wasting time, do we want to say that I'm single and available? Since you should be a good friend.
So, he's single, I'm telling you. I usually watch a lot of criminals, like those who walk around with guns, mafias, stuff like that.
Because he's not doing well mentally.
As I think no one... So, okay, no, he's nice. How long have we known each other?
2 years, 3 years, 4 years.
I broke up with Diego last year, 3 years.
It's something that's been going on for too long. Exactly.
No, he's nice. I mean, generous, kind. Oh God, sometimes it makes you feel like crap, but that's the beauty of it. Anyway, guys, write them down. Write them down good. Because there are a lot of them that write them, but I don't like them. So please, at least one that I can appreciate too.
Thanks, Diego. Are you watching this video? No, I really don't like your ex at all. Just take a moment to look at how incredibly attractive this girl is. She's working as a gas station attendant, and naturally she's standing right next to us, casually smoking a cigarette. It's quite a scene, isn't it? The way she carries herself with such confidence and nonchalance is something to behold. It's almost as if she's in her own world, completely unfazed by everything around her. This kind of attitude is what makes her stand out so much. Little pit stop, gas guys at 182. So not much more than in Italy, and we're in the heart of German-speaking Switzerland. Very, very good. This trip cost me a fine, probably 200 euros, because I was going from 80 to 100. But because the limit was 100 before, I noticed it decreased and I didn't have time to brake, so I got the fine. I was going 20 over. Anyway, we're at a service area in the middle of the mountains. Look at how cool this is, and there's a lot of stuff in Switzerland, like watches. We have a bit of military Swiss for about 500 euros or 500 francs. They're still military Swiss, but they're solar powered. And then here we have some chowies that I didn't know about until now. And they're spectacular. I mean, look, they almost look like emeralds. Anyway, some precious stones. Even though the bracelet really sucks for me. And then, well, classic Swiss Victorinox. There are knives for sale here. And they don't even cost that much. They're 6 euros. Normally these cost between 6 to 8 euros. One. Here you can find 2 for 6 euros. And of course, a ton of pocket knives. Look, military Swiss, there's a whole display like a spinning tree here. Then there are all the ones for women too.
And then on the shelves, unexpectedly, somehow, randomly near the mayonnaise, you find canned ravioli. Indeed, there's the sauce. I can still understand that. The delicious and savory preserves of ravioli mini corn loaves, carefully and meticulously crafted, called corn with Belsen for the silver Zwiebeln onions.
And you laugh at making fun of the Swiss Germans with their nice lives, their nice cars, their money, and all while charging me €1 to take a piss? All right, I've done a lot of them.
Now that we've made this huge trip to Switzerland to get these papers, what about renting the houses? These papers here, then you have to fill them out with your information, with your employer's details, and send them back. But apart from that, they want a sheet of the outstanding debts, which is basically a piece of paper that they give you in Switzerland, because they mainly use debit cards there. So if you are a good payer, you have always paid everything, you have never been in the red. Are you perfect? So basically that document guarantees that you've always paid everything. And it's something that unfortunately doesn't exist in Italy. As for the credit card, apart from the fact that it is used very little, besides that, only institutions like banks, etc. can access those very sensitive data. They would also like a recommendation if you already lived in Switzerland. A recommendation, or at least a number from the previous landlord that guarantees you were great tenants. So, since we can't do these things, they said it doesn't matter. But if there's an alternative, you can attach the criminal record certificate, which is what you request at the court. You can request it online, but it's not free, because you still have to pay us the tax. The withdrawal, etc. costs around 30 euros. That guarantees that you don't have any pending charges and you haven't had any issues with the institutions. So with the law in Italy, and this thing guarantees you this. Also, because if you have not paid, therefore you have been reported anyway, it should be here. It doesn't have a super important value, but it's an extra guarantee, in addition to the fact that you'll also provide the employer's number. And if you can also get a letter from your employer confirming your hiring, because you don't always have the contract ready, especially more than a month in advance of the start date of the job. It's better because it acts as a guarantor for you, in short, so it's definitely better. The more documents you can provide, the better. Today our challenge is to go and retrieve this document at the Monza court. And it's also raining. You can request this document online, but if I try to submit it urgently at a location that allows for urgent requests, it won't let me select that option. And no. And why can't I select that I need this document? In English? So we avoid going there to tell you A, but I need it in English. And you, oh, but maybe it costs more in English. But come on, just put it here already, make another little box. English, yes, etc. Let's solve everything much faster. Well, or a guide truck in front, which is the first time I've seen it. Fine 30 an hour. Damn! The court closes at 12, come on. It's a beautiful day to take a stroll in Monza. 20 euros for a certificate at the court. 20 euro? It said 9.92, sorry, otherwise I'm not precise. Here. By the way, there's also the lawyer's office that was supposed to help me with my citizenship, which was supposed to come through in 2 years. Then they took the 200 euros and under the pretext of COVID disappeared. I'm updating you on a document that we would need to process electronically. 30 seconds. Because in the end, the only problem is the stamp duty, but now there are 1,000 ways to pay it online. I mean, it's been 5 days and it's not written anywhere. And especially on a site where it says you can do it urgently, it doesn't let you select it, so they won't do it urgently. Plus, if you want it in English, is it because you have to work abroad? You can't pick it up here, you have to send an email here, and then after who knows how long, they'll tell you that you can come and pick it up in English. You also pay 20 euros for the stamp duty, which I obviously already paid for because I thought I could pick it up today. And maybe it's not even necessary. I mean, this country is really backward. There's no other way to put it. Moreover, besides being backward, they're also thieves. If you buy a stamp duty by mistake, okay, you can't get a refund for it. Because there's actually a law in Italy that prohibits refunds. Do you realize? Even if you haven't used it, I mean, you bought it 2 minutes before. 20 euros, they told you it's not the right one? Okay, because it's not clear what you should take and which one you shouldn't take, and you can't refund it. After paying another 3 euros for parking for 2 hours in Monza, I remind you that in Lugano it is 2 francs per hour. So, the price is like that of Lugano. To help you understand, I would say it's time to wrap up the video here, especially since we've wasted a lot of time, we've gotten a fine, and there's a lot of stuff to pay for. A stamp duty, and we haven't accomplished anything at all. I just sent the email to the person in charge. I was told it will take about a week. I'm not going to drag this out for another week. I'm going to release the video because I just need to attach the sheet to those other papers that I simply have to fill out. Anyway, the other line for finding a house in Switzerland is this. You first need to go see them, or at least check out various sites like HomeGate and stuff like that. They will send you some forms that you will need to fill out. The more credentials you have, the more guarantees you have, the more documents you have, the better it is. Especially if you have this Italian criminal record, prove that you are spotless in Italy. You don't have any issues, you have more chances because you're a foreigner trying to move to Switzerland. That said, I'll update you later on how things are going with the rentals and all that, whether I've found a place or not. There's about a month left until I start work. When I'm recording this video, I thank you, I say goodbye, make sure to subscribe, turn on the notification bell, and give it a thumbs up if you liked the video, and we'll see each other in the next video. Hi!